Hum-de-dum-de-dum. And then I should have done a sync test, but I think it should be fine. I guess people will let me know if it's really fucked up. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
How's everyone? Great.
I just love getting scammed by Canada Post.
Oh?
Or at least they try. Dude, like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but like their shipping rates are extremely inconsistent. Like I went to the post office today and they tried charging me almost $30 to ship a Funko Pop and a bubble mailer to Newfoundland.
I don't know, because I mean, it's like, I think it's all calculated by like dimensions and weight and time and I don't know, there's like a few different factors. Like, what are you comparing that to?
I once sent a record to BC for like $12 tracked.
Well, I don't know, because records are like pretty thin dimensions, even though they're like larger in one other dimension.
Like it was a double LP though. It was pretty heavy.
It's all calculated by weight now. It's all calculated by weight. I work in the delivery industry, so I deliver parcels daily. And after speaking to certain customers, depending on how heavy the parcel is, that's depending on the price now. Dimensions doesn't really matter
for like
anymore.
every service that does that, though, right?
Oh no! I mean, I work for DHL, so DHL's it's all based on weight. So basically, anything above 25 kilograms, they charge an extortionate amount on. But anything below 25 kilograms, it's pretty cheap prices compared to most other people. But if it's by the mail service, that can be down to dimensions sometimes, but not. It shouldn't be $30. $30 is extortionate.
I sent a Series X to my friend in North Carolina for like $25.
What the hell?
So, yeah.
I don't know.
Makes no sense.
I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend to understand. What's everybody doing for Spooky Month?
I'll probably watch Audition at the end of the month.
Nice.
As my big one.
Yeah, I guess Halloween's happening on a Sunday, so I'll probably just be streaming.
Yeah.
I'll probably go see Halloween Kills when it comes into theaters. Yeah. I'll probably go see Halloween Kills at some point.
It looks very
I've not
stupid.
seen any. I've never seen. I haven't seen any of the Halloween movies. This will be my first ever Halloween movie ever.
You sure that's the one you want to start with, though?
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not a person that wants to go and rewatch all the Halloween movies. I know that some of them are terrible.
Yeah, but at least
it's the third in the timeline that it's created.
Yeah, you just have to watch the original one and then the one that came out in 2018.
Yeah.
Just watch the first one.
Okay, I might go back and watch those two then, because I've been interested to go and see to watch the Rob Zombie ones. Are they worth it? Or
no?
I'm not like a fan of the franchise at all, honestly. I don't even think the first one's crazy. I know a lot of people like put it up there, but I'm really...
It's enjoyable.
I don't know what I'm supposed to get out of it.
I think it's just another slasher, isn't it? It's just another slasher.
Yeah, but it came out before a lot of other ones. And then, like, I don't know.
It's the original, basically.
It's the original of that specific kind of slasher, kind of.
Right, like a singular entity that spans in basically all of the movies as the main slasher. Basically.
I think it's the first of like a slasher where the villain's really quiet for no reason.
Oh, okay. So they're just
Halloween 1978.
Yeah.
And then, Friday the 13th wasn't until 1980. So I haven't seen Black Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know what the villain's like in that one, but that's apparently considered to be like one of the first slasher things. Texas Chainsaw was like 74, and that was very enjoyable.
I saw that very recently. I mostly liked the third act.
Yeah.
It took me like I saw it like years ago. It took me 3 like tries to actually sit through it. Not because it was bad. I think it's a masterpiece, but because it was terrifying to me.
Yeah, Halloween is just really boring to me. Texas Chainsaw was
I think
fun.
I think I'm in the minority here, but I didn't really resonate with Texas Chainsaw much. I like the effects, but not a whole lot other than that.
I've always found Texas Chainsaw Massacre to be creepy. Apart from the second one, obviously. The second one's hilarious for all the...
I want to watch
the soundtrack in the second
I want to watch the second one. It looks fucking
I want to watch the fourth
really
one.
funny.
Yeah, watch the...
I watch the Jessica Biel one.
I think that's the thing with the slasher is like again, slasher in quotations. Like if I'm gonna watch any of the horror movies, I want to watch it for like the hilarity of it. So if I'm gonna watch one of the Friday the 13th ones, I'll watch Jason X because Jason X is absolutely stupid and absolutely terrible because it's really enjoyable for being that bad as a movie. All the other ones just don't resonate with me really.
I've seen every Friday the 13th except for Jason X, actually.
What?
It's funny as fuck, man. You need to watch it. You just need to watch it. Just to complete all of the Friday the 13th, they can say I've watched all of them, but you have to watch it just for the stupid rubbishness of it. It's really bad. It's a really bad movie.
I forgot most of them.
Well, like it's weird because like Friday the 13th, like there's that weird thing where like every movie be trying to make it the last one. Like part 4 is called the final chapter.
Yeah.
And then 5 is like they try to introduce like a new killer, like a new Jason. And then people were like, "Oh, we don't like that. We want Jason." And then like they brought Jason back from the dead. And you're like, he's just now a rampage killing machine. So
it was kind of funny watching. It was kind of funny watching the first Friday the 13th, and it's like, oh, this has nothing to do with Hockey Mask Man.
Yeah.
It was completely different.
Hockey Mask isn't even until the third one, actually.
Well, yeah, he has like a bag over his head in the second one.
It's like a sock or something. No,
I mean, like in the second one, it's Jason.
Yeah.
The Hockey Mask
he doesn't get the mask to the third one, though.
The mask is kind of what made him iconic.
I guess.
It's like the kid from Trick or Treat.
I feel like if he had a bag over his head for every movie, he probably wouldn't have stood out as much.
Yeah.
I think
Betsy Palmer as Mrs. Voorhees.
Mrs. Voorhees. Yeah. I think that's I can't take anybody seriously with the name Voorhees. I don't take that as I don't take that as like you're scary, Voorhees. Oh, okay.
I think one of the actresses in one of the movies had Voorhees as her last name. They just hired her because her last name was Voorhees.
Not.
From what I understand, Betsy Palmer was pretty much paid with a car. Like she read the script and was like, "Wow, this looks like dog shit, but damn, I need that car."
That's funny.
And then like what's his name? Siskel like doxed her before doxing was a thing.
Gene Siskel?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because he's like, this movie is morally repulsive. Everyone go bother Betsy Palmer.
Really? What?
Yeah, look it up. Gene Siskel's a dirtbag. Was a dirtbag.
She acted in it. Let's see.
Yeah.
I need to look this up.
I've never been a fan of either of them, but fuck Siskel.
Wow. That's awful.
Yeah.
Although it is awful, but I think perhaps at a certain point in time, maybe people were clueless as to what doxing could do. Like maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just like, oh, mailing address, but it is pretty bad.
It doesn't take a whole lot of thought to realize, like, hey, encouraging harassment is bad.
Yeah, true.
It was
especially
also
when she was just an actor.
Yeah, this is like an entire public. I almost thought it was like something that he just like said on the Siskel and Ebert thing, but it's looking like this was actually printed, so he had plenty of time to think about what he was doing. That's not good.
Yeah, there's no excuse. He's just was a piece of shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a weird movie to specifically pick.
You have slow mode on for the YouTube chat?
Do I? I don't think so. It's just not a lot of people. This is what? It's not. It says
No, it just says.
Oh, it does say
is
slow
on.
mode is on. You're right. Okay, well, let's see if I
was
can.
about to say you don't really need.
It doesn't really matter. I think well, I don't know. I think there was a time where there was one person like spamming a bunch, and I turned it on or something. Does it matter then? I don't know. Why would I turn it off if?
Yeah, I was about to say, are we not exciting enough for them? It's not what they're here for.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll keep it on.
Well, still not as dead as my Twitch chat.
What's everybody's favorite horror movie?
The Shining.
Eraserhead.
Does Possession count?
Sure.
The Shining is one of few horror movies I can watch and still like. I just feel weird by the time it's over. It like kind of disconnects me from reality in a way.
Yeah.
World War Z.
Eerie atmosphere.
Good choice.
What about like
Z?
Shining's my second favorite.
Does something like Come and See count?
Sure.
That's like scary. So I guess
I wouldn't call Come and See a horror film.
If you're not gonna count, if you don't count that, then I would probably say like The Shining or I don't know, Midsummer.
My favorite is The Ting. Oh, you know what's crazy? I searched up Possession on IMDb, and in the popularity ranking, it is currently 666.
Wow.
Mine would probably be Sinister, because I've never seen that movie when I was way too young, because like that was in the time where like Canada was starting to like release movies around like the PG-13 rating instead of ours. And that was one of them. And I went to see that when I was like, I just turned 14,
movie?
so like, great. Sinister?
Sinister. Okay.
Yeah.
14A.
James
I don't watch a whole lot of horror movies.
So what were you saying about like PG-13 and R and what about Sinister?
Well, like, cause like, I think like during that time, like, cause 18A is like R rated, and that rarely ever happens here. And Sinister was rated R in the States, but it was rated 14A here.
That's not uncommon. I wouldn't say that was like the first. I wouldn't say that Sinister was at any point in time where that was starting to become a trend. It's a thing that's happened for a while. Generally, Canadian rating system is a lot more lenient than the United States. It's never a direct translation because they're like completely separate entities. So like A Single Man was rated PG in Canada, it was rated R in the States.
Same thing with There Will Be Blood, I believe.
Yeah, There Will Be Blood, R in the States, PG in Canada. Generally, Western countries that aren't the United States are a lot more lenient in rating systems than the United States.
Yeah, nice.
The rating differences. The rating difference with Rocket Man was retarded, though. That movie is like a hard PG-13.
Yeah.
Like, that is not an R-rated movie. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, there was
Why is it
a drug
is it
and a
rated R in
gay.
America?
Yeah, it's rated R in America.
I beg to differ.
What?
Because there was a drug and a gay.
The MPAA is like.
But then Bohemian Rhapsody should be rated R too.
The MPAA is
by that logic, yeah.
But Bohemian Rhapsody, he like dated a woman for a bit, so it canceled it out.
Oh, the MPAA is that's thinking.
The MPAA is notoriously homophobic.
There's
actually a pretty good documentary about it called "This Film Is Not Yet Rated."
Yeah,
and they took sex scenes, one side of the screen, straight sex scenes, the other same sex, and they were like equal levels of explicit, but the gay ones were always NC-17 and the straight ones were always R.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the MPAA.
Well, because anything not straight is by default perversion. So
we need Siskel to come back and dox them.
Didn't Love Is Strange get an R just because it had a gay kiss?
I don't know.
I think so.
Love Is Strange.
Do we also can we put some Alien up there with the horror movies? Because that's my favorite.
Yeah,
Alien totally counts as a horror film. Yes.
Alien is my favorite horror movie.
More
I
like
can rewatch that
Alien.
movie over and over again.
One that
Aliens.
One that actually really blew my mind was a film called Angst from the 80s.
Yeah,
like when I saw that,
that's a good one.
That really just like blew my mind. Honestly, I don't know how to describe it.
It's fun.
Oh, actually have the 4K.
Gaspar Noé loves it, obviously.
I wouldn't say it's a. I wouldn't say it's a horror movie, but like the scene, the bear scene in Annihilation. I won't spoil it, but like,
I would. I'd find calling that a horror movie. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like I remember like in seeing that in theaters with like surround sound system and like that bear scene, absolutely terrifying.
It's a trick of the light.
It's a trick of the light.
It's a trick of the light. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I saw Gaspar Noé's new movie. Actually, it was great.
Yes.
Jelly.
But it was yeah, but it was actually like it's really like nothing like climax or anything. It's much more like played straight.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting climax with old people in it.
Yeah.
I finally watched Lux Eterna though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How?
The only way that's possible.
Okay.
Because I got impatient. Yeah. It's been 2.5 years, so and yeah, not huge on it. 5 out of 10, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Question: does Titan count as a horror film?
Titan? Yeah. Yes, I would call it a horror film.
I'd call it a thriller with horror elements, honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's always difficult trying to like pigeonhole an art film into a genre, but I don't know. I would say that you could call it a horror film, and I would be fine with it. There's like at least one scene near the beginning that's just a horror film. And what's funny, on IMDb it listed as drama, sci-fi, thriller. I don't understand the sci-fi part.
Because she's mechanical.
Yeah, but
she's a ghost in the shell.
I don't know if that's...
I really want to talk about this movie, but
who hasn't seen it?
I don't want to spoil it.
I haven't seen it yet.
All right,
I really wanted it.
I saw it like I've seen it like 3 times now, and I bumped it up to a 10 on my last watch.
Yeah, it was fun.
I just want to wait till it's in a theater near me because I really feel like it needs to be in a theater. I don't know.
Yeah,
it absolutely does. Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for that.
I really like its symbolism. Like every single aspect of this movie just feels so well thought out, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Won the Palme d'Or.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about Raw, but I think like it had enough like ambition that I would want to see this director's next stuff.
Yeah, I like this better than Raw.
Was Raw that the cannibal film?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cannibal coming of age film.
Okay, because I saw that on the stacks in CEX when I was working there for ages, and I was very tempted to get it every single time, but I always got told not to buy it because there's one guy that had watched pretty much every single foreign film on that stack and said, yeah, it's not a very good one. So I never got around to watching it. So
yeah, I'll see how I feel in a second watch. I like Titan a lot.
Yeah, Adam, if you want, I can Titane.
Yeah.
I actually did write down some thoughts on some symbolism if you're okay with me like PMing that to you if you want.
Sure.
All right. If it's a little uncohesive, then I apologize. Yeah. I actually took my mom to see it on a second watch.
Cool.
And like she wasn't like disturbed by it, but like she was a little unsure about some aspects, but she was like on board after we talked about it.
What did you think of the opening?
Not a whole lot to say about it. She really liked the soundtrack. Yeah, she really liked the character dynamics. That was her favorite aspect for sure. And yeah, man, I'm really trying to avoid talking too much in detail for those who haven't seen it.
That's fine. Fucking Dexter's coming back.
Sorry. My camera's not working again.
Don't worry about it.
Yay.
Fucking Dexter's coming back for some reason.
Who cares?
Oh, I was a PA on that.
Oh cool. Yeah. Did you guys hear that the new Venom movie also has an Eminem song?
Yeah.
It's really boring.
Okay.
It's not as fun.
I was gonna ask because that's literally the debating factor of whether I want to see that movie or not.
It's not as fun, so.
No.
Yeah, let me look up the name.
He's only in like the last part of it.
I just skipped to look up the end credits because that's all.
That's why you want to watch.
I don't feel like
I found the name of the song. It's called "Last One Standing." You know, it's by Skylar Grey featuring Polo G, Mozzie, and Eminem. And again, it's just really boring and forgettable. Right? I don't even remember anything about it. Not even Eminem's part.
Anything with Skylar Grey in it is fucking unforgettable.
You know, he has a spaghetti restaurant now?
Anything with Skylar Grey is terrible. Skylar Grey is an awful musician.
I really don't like I Need a Doctor at all. You know, even though I really like them, Eminem and Dr. Dre's previous collaboration.
Is that a newer thing?
That's
Need a Doctor came out like 2010.
Well, there's your problem.
Came out during the recovery era.
Skylar Grey is a very terrible musician all round. There's been not a single song that she's been in which I've gone, that's a good song.
Who?
Every single song she's in, she ruins it. Skylar Grey.
I don't even know who that is.
Basically, just another blonde musician from America. Just another one of those. That's all it is.
Okay, listen, does the new Eminem song, does he at least say like Carnage 15 times in rapid succession?
It would be awesome, but no. They're so see that's people say the new movie's self-aware. It's not self-aware if you don't have Eminem yelling Carnage. Yeah, you're not self-aware.
Adam, how
Eminem
bad was your
what?
How bad was your experience watching the movie with that awful 270 degree?
It was.
I can't get my head around how bad that
well,
could
because we got in the theater and it was just like the regular screen in front. Like from the description, I was expecting something like a curved screen. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And then it was just like, oh, we get in the theater. I'm like, this is just a small ass regular screen. What the hell? And then the movie started playing, and then when it was like the opening scene, and suddenly there were like the walls lit. I was like, what? And what sucks about it is like. So I wasn't like right up at the front. I was in the middle of the theater, but it goes far back enough that it's literally to the back wall. So like if you want to see everything, you have to go.
What the
fuck? Yeah, it was really annoying.
That's such a bad design.
I don't
say right. The only people
it's a gimmick.
The only people that could come in this are like 10 people, and they have to sit at the very back.
Thing.
That's all you can have. You can have 10 people sit at the very back. That's all you can do.
Yeah, and then you have to have eyes like a deer or something.
Yeah,
I do love that the left
like a hammerhead shark.
I do love that the left wall apparently had a shittier frame.
Oh yeah, that was just it was. I was like so tempted to snap a video, but I also didn't want to be recording a screen in a movie theater while the movie's playing. I was like, eh.
Yeah, but still, you're just a bit like, what? How did you fuck that up? How can you?
It's really funny. Well, it's like if it were, if let's say the experience was like really good and it was a good movie or something, and I was like, yeah, this adds to it. Then I would have walked outside and told the theater staff, like, hey, something's wrong. But I was just like, nah, this is kind of funny.
I wonder if you can find, like, a torrent cam rip of, like...
It's just, like, yeah, I wonder if there's any videos on YouTube of ScreenX in action. Because I'd never seen this thing before. I don't know how long it's existed for or how long it will continue to exist. I don't know what geographic locations it's in. I don't know if it's just a Cineplex Canada thing. I don't know. Maybe they're testing it out in Vancouver and there's literally one theater. I don't know.
No, it's one. There's one here in Halifax as well.
Okay, I found something for Wonder Woman 1980.
AMC has some.
I found something for Wonder Woman 1984, but it looks more like a demo than anything.
Did you know that apparently Eminem has a spaghetti restaurant now, only based off of that lyric?
Sorry, what?
Which I think is hilarious. Apparently Eminem, only like based off of that famous lyric, Mom Spaghetti, he now has a spaghetti restaurant in Detroit.
Yeah, they had a pop-up one a while back, and now there's like a permanent location.
Did they serve it on
he was there serving. He was there serving at the time. To get like for a day. Apparently, he was there working at the restaurant. So like thousands of people went and turned up outside the place, ruined the whole place apparently, just because Eminem was there.
In the Mall
of America, there's a restaurant called Wahlburgers. Sometimes the Wahlburgers.
Oh yeah, there's one. I went to one in Toronto also.
Oh yeah, you know that guy that you said looked like Donnie Wahlberg in the.
I didn't say he looked like Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh no, sorry.
Your
friend.
I trusted
Donnie Wahlberg.
Fucking, I think it was Scoot's fault. I think it was Scoot's fault.
Well, that actor is heralded in Britain as an amazing actor and probably one of the best actors in like all of British film and so on and so forth. Like as soon as he came on the screen, I was like, "That's not Donnie Wahlberg." And then you said, "Oh no, that I know it's Donnie Wahlberg," but all my friends.
Yeah, I was like,
"Fuck!" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Because when they said Donnie Wahlberg, I'm like, "Man, he like got fat or something." Like I don't know, like because I'm familiar with Saw 2 and 4
for the role.
You know.
Yeah, but
I didn't think it was Donnie Wahlberg, and then shit, I guess
he went through a Brendan Fraser transformation.
But that actor is he's prayed to by a lot of people as being such an amazing actor in Britain when he's only been in like some British stuff, and that's it really. He's not a great actor. He's not brilliant, but he's not terrible either.
Aquaman and ScreenX.
Oh god.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was just finishing reading your thing, Amir. Yeah, I get that. I'll think about that next time.
This has plenty of things to look for on a second screening, especially the more absurd elements of the film.
Yeah. Oh, it's a watch twice movie for sure. Anyway.
God.
Yeah.
I thought that ScreenX was literally just in America. No, there's like 20 cinemas in the whole of the UK that have it as well.
Yeah, wow. So there's a ScreenX YouTube account.
It's ScreenX is done by Cineworld in the UK. I don't know if Cineworld's the same name as it is in America.
This is so stupid. I can't believe it.
This is the worst idea.
I'm just like I'm looking at their thing on YouTube right now, and it's like, wow. Like
oh my god,
they actually think this is like an idea that you should do. Why?
It seems like it'd be fit for like more of an art house film, a specific art house.
Yeah, like one that's made. Because I was like, there are parts where I was like, this could almost work if you just had like the regular screen in front and you didn't like crop anything from the image and it was just like the normal movie, and then the sides of the screen, like, I don't know, had additional something to match the setting or something. Like if it was underwater, you'd have like some water. Like, I don't know, that would probably be very distracting too. But the actual movie just being like, we're gonna show part of it behind you, like, that's weird.
I think it could.
It's like the on the Cineworld website for the UK, they're advertising No Time to Die on the ScreenX. I'm like, no, you don't. That's a bad idea. That's terrible.
Yeah, I feel bad for anybody that watches a ScreenX film that they care about.
It's like,
oh my god, I just thought of the most pointless thing ever. Imagine the lighthouse in ScreenX.
Imagine any movie that you want to see in ScreenX.
Imagine Step Brothers and ScreenX.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm looking at the Aquaman one, and there's this scene of, like, Aquaman and Amber Heard, whatever bitch's character name is, and they're, like, flying apart and grabbing each other's hands, but because it's ScreenX, the middle screen is just like this, most of the screen is on the side. Like, imagine if you couldn't see the rest of it, just disembodied hands grabbing each other.
Aquaman, ScreenX. This is absolutely, I can't believe that somebody thought of this idea and then equipped theaters with this. Like, that's absolutely insane. Because like when they're showing it on the YouTube video, they're like standard screen, and then there's ScreenX, and it's like, but you're not reflecting it honestly, because you're showing all three screens in this YouTube video. In real life, you see one, and then like a third of the screens on the left and the right. Like you're missing part of the screen because you can't possibly look in every direction at once.
I would imagine it's also like really headache inducing because you got to look all around.
It was so irritating. This is just I can't believe that they're advertising this.
Yeah, I think that concept's good for like a 10-15 minute like experience, because like the whole ScreenX idea is something they'll use in like theme parks or museums or like aquariums.
They should make a film for it.
Experience. Yeah, they like record it with the idea that it's going to be around you in mind, not like just a regular camera.
Yeah, it seems better for like museums, really.
Isn't it wrong that I kind of want to see someone like make like, you know, you mentioned like the Cremaster cycle. Imagine seeing that on ScreenX.
Fucking Jean Dielman or something.
Here's the shot.
I'm just like
your version of Jean Dielman.
I replaced my camera with it.
This is
Avatar
wrong.
for the 15th time.
Because on the Cineworld website, they're only advertising 2 films for ScreenX. They're advertising No Time to Die, which is available to watch now, and then upcoming for ScreenX is Venom, Let There Be Carnage. But that's it.
Venom.
They're only showing 2 movies on ScreenX. They're not bothering any other movies, and I don't know why they're bothering with just these 2 movies.
Because they have to be like IMAX ones.
They have to be IMAX ones.
Yeah, because
What
it's
about
only the
Malignant?
IMAX scenes that happens. The rest of the scenes are just like normal.
Apparently Malignant, mispronouncing that. That's supposed to be a pretty crazy movie. Do you think that would work well with like ScreenX?
I don't think any movie works well with ScreenX.
No movie works
Okay.
well unless there's a director and a producer and a whole crew that's designed to go right.
Unless
we're making a
it's
movie
like
designed for ScreenX.
Unless it's as
movie.
experimental as like Jean-Luc Godard's Goodbye to Language 3D or some shit. You know, then like maybe you could be like, oh, this is like a commentary on something. But you're not gonna. You shouldn't like build a theater for that.
I'm gonna use ScreenX to make a commentary on why ScreenX is retarded.
Exactly. Like you should build one theater in Cannes and do a thing at the film festival for one movie once, and then be done with it.
Yeah. You shouldn't be like sending that around to all the other cinemas that you've got. Like, yeah, we're just going to put this in every single cinema that we have. Well, it's in 20 cinemas in the UK. I thought it would be like 1, maybe 2, but no, it's 20. There are 20 of those Cineworld cinemas in the UK equipped with ScreenX, and I'm shocked. How is that possible?
I just want to know how many people have seen it, and how come nobody's talked about how stupid it is until now? Like, when did this start?
When did it come out? Yeah, when did it come out? That's the question.
Like, surely, like, Venom was out for a couple weeks before I saw it. Like, surely people were watching things in ScreenX. How come nobody's talking about how crazy stupid this is? Like, this is disappointing for like moviegoers if nobody's talked about how fucking awful this is.
I'm just thinking about how cramped these shots probably look if you only have the middle screen.
Well, I mean, also like the 2 side screens are being projected onto fucking walls. Like, with exit signs.
They look lumpy.
According to Wikipedia, it was first introduced in 2012.
Oh.
And it's
getting popular somehow.
What the fuck?
As of 2020, the theater technology is installed in 316 theaters in 34 countries.
This is wrong. I
don't get it. How is this? ScreenX won the 2018 Show East Innovator of the Year award.
Why?
What?
And in 2019, it won the Technology of the Year award in the 2019 Cinema Technology Community Awards.
I like this shot.
For doing what?
I don't know.
There's a whole lot that ScreenX is capturing
you have to cross
here.
your eyes?
For making you have to turn your head from side to side to see the whole movie.
Can you imagine watching Dune in this?
Oh no.
I'm sending out a warning to people, okay? Like you can't watch it. Make sure if you care about a movie you're seeing that you're not seeing it in ScreenX, because this is disgusting.
ScreenX is
How come Villeneuve is talking about don't watch it at home, watch it in a theater, and he hasn't said shit about ScreenX?
Probably
I don't think he knows about it.
Travis, what do you want to say?
Oh, I was going to say, I believe, I don't know if this is just like a false memory, but I swear I remember the first time I heard of ScreenX, they were playing Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
And tickets were like $27.
I can believe
per
that.
person.
I mean, yeah, what the fuck? How come
So I'm reading this on. So this is Wikipedia. So take this with a pinch of salt. But it's saying since 2018, the ScreenX technology has proven to be successful at worldwide box office, following the successful panoramic release of Black Panther.
Oh, nice.
It grossed over $40 million throughout.
So this has been happening for a while, and nobody's talked about how stupid this is. Like, there are people that went to those movies, like maybe even sold out theaters, and were like, that was acceptable, at least, or like that it wasn't like crazy, stupid, bad enough to be commented on, apparently, until like a week ago or something, until my video was out. Like, that's ridiculous. Out of Spider-Man Far From Home's like box office takings, $22 million came from just ScreenX format. So people have been watching this. That's insane. People have been watching movies in ScreenX this entire time,
and nobody said a thing.
That's actually bonkers.
This is stupid.
How?
I will.
It's so
next time
looking.
Villeneuve says that you have to watch Blade Runner, sorry, the new Dune movie in a theater, I'm gonna add, like, if he doesn't talk about how shit ScreenX is, like, I don't believe him.
Yeah,
like that completely delegitimizes your argument if you're gonna say like theater good, but like not talk about how ScreenX is the worst thing ever made. Like, objectively, a home viewing of Dune is better than ScreenX. Like, that's not debatable. Right?
Like, what? It's so weird because like the left and right screens are so much longer.
I think the reason why he hasn't mentioned anything about ScreenX is because Dune is not being advertised for a ScreenX viewing. It's not. It's being advertised for Super Screen. For Super Screen, whatever that is. I'm guessing that's just a really I'm guessing Super Screen is like a really wide screen. That's all it is. I don't think it's got massive screen, Dolby Atmos, and premium seating. That's all it says on the.
Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
AVX,
it is really funny.
Yeah, it's like AVX.
There was a point in time where if a theater got upgraded with better seats and better sound and a better screen, they would just upgrade the theater. Now it's considered like premium. They're like, oh no, this is like the Atmos. You got to pay more. It's like, just fucking upgrade your theater. If you've got better technology and better sound and shit, just do that.
There's one more advertised on the Cineworld website. It's called 4DX, which is linked with with ScreenX. 4DX.
I don't understand.
4DX.
4DX is where your seat moves while you're watching the movie.
That's all it is.
No! Oh god.
That's debug here.
God. That reminds me of something.
I know what this is. I know what 4D is because
that's what I was about to say.
When I was at like Universal Studio a long time ago, there was like Shrek 4D or something, and the whole thing is just like, oh, we're gonna put smells in the room and spray shit in your face.
That's for an amusement park thing.
See, and now someone is someone really like unironically trying to put this in the theaters?
No, they're just like, well, because we're human beings that experience 3 dimensions. So whenever something's advertised as a 4th dimension, they're just making something up, and it's whatever they want, right? So, like, there's no such thing as actually seeing a 4D movie.
According to the website, all it says is basically with stimulating effects like water, wind, scent, and strobe lighting.
Oh, in a real movie?
In a moving seat. In a real movie.
What?
And the movies that are advertised for it are No Time to Die, Free Guy, The Croods 2,
Free Guy.
You can smell
Harry
James
Potter,
Bond.
The Philosopher's Stone, Dune, and
You
Venom.
can smell Ryan Reynolds.
Please tell me Short Bus is in 4D.
This is ridiculous.
No.
Oh my god.
It's only those 6 movies they've advertised in 4DX.
This is like dystopian.
And 4DX is in about 30 theaters in the UK.
I gotta see if this is in Canada.
That's 32 many.
Oh, it is in Canada.
Yeah, I can see that. Sorry.
You go first, boy, Sima.
All right. I can see the tagline now. If you're not enjoying the movie, that means we're not shaking your seat enough.
Shit, boys.
I remember I went.
It would be
I remember I was in
unbearable.
Toronto.
Yeah, it's not in Vancouver, but it's in. If I visited Edmonton, I could see a 4DX.
It's,
I remember I went to
it's
see
in every single.
Wow.
It's in every single Cineworld in London, and it's in multiple other cities and towns in London. In the
Motion.
UK. I'm so
Dynamic motion and movements that heave, roll, and pitch. Water. Various water effects like water shot and mist. Rain. Gentle or heavy rain and even shower with rain effects. Fog.
Rain
Explosions,
flowers?
smoke, and fog
Fuckers.
coming into reality. Wind.
I
Gentle,
remember
gentle
I was,
breeze or turbulent storm in the comforts of the auditorium. Vibration. Shaking and rumbling with the effects on screen. Air. Diverse combinations of air shots inducing a vivid sensation. Lightning. Thunder with flashes of light just inches away. Bubbles. Bubbles filling the auditorium and creating a fantastic atmosphere. Scents. A variety of fragrant scents spreading in the auditorium. Ticklers. Back and leg ticklers, awakening your senses for excitement.
No.
Rainstorm,
of
fierce
ticklers.
fierce storm with rain swirling in the whole auditorium. Snow, floating
no.
snow bringing a glowing ambience to the auditorium. That's what's listed on Cineplex.
I remember I was in Toronto.
I'm looking at a video that's
Yeah,
supposedly for this 4DX shit.
I remember I was in Toronto and I went to see Gemini Man, and as I was buying the ticket, I'm like, "What the hell's this 4DX film?" And I went.
That would be
I
the
picked it
perfect
'cause
movie to see.
well,
4DX.
I'm in Toronto, and this is the only time I'm gonna see a 4DX movie, so I might as well watch Gemini Man 4DX. And every time, I'm not kidding, every time there was a gunshot, a puff of air would shoot in the back of your head, and it drives me nuts. And every time, especially when there was a gunshot at night, the puff of air and then the lights would like strobe.
This is amazing.
Every single time.
That would
And it
scare
just
the
annoyed the
shit out of
absolute
me.
This
hell
is.
out of me.
I have to do a movie in 4DX, but then I have to
no.
fly somewhere, I guess, to do it.
I need to
Adam,
see
That
YMS
seems
4DX.
really funny.
The best
that's-
thing I've seen from this description of 4DX is the fact that it says available in 2D or 3D formats.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
Why
up,
wouldn't you
Travis?
just put it in 3D?
Okay. First of all, in Seattle there is a 4DX theater.
Oh no.
Or a theater with a 40.
Well, you should tell
and-
Biden to open up the land border.
Yep. And the movie I happened to see in 4DX was Ready Player One, and I hate Ready Player One, but I can just say from all the stuff you were listing, half the stuff wasn't there.
Of course, because how do you fit that in every movie?
How can you?
The bubbles, that's new to me. But
Yeah, what are you gonna do with the bubbles in a sex scene? Like, what's happening? Like, what kind? Aquaman? He takes a bath. You're gonna get bubbles everywhere. Like, what the fuck?
Next, we're gonna have porno theaters where they shoot real cum in your face.
That was already in a Gaspar Noé film.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of the 4DX theaters, I was looking at folding ideas video for Gemini Man, and I saw this awesome comment right here that says, "When I was in South Korea, I went on a ride that used seats like those 4DX rigs. The tickler was a piece of rope with a knot tied in the end. During the climatic finish of the ride, a huge gust of air was blown out from underneath the chair, and every single male on the ride got racked in the nads of a knotted rope."
I can't imagine trying to watch a movie and getting water sprayed in my face.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, because I mean, okay, Martin Scorsese was like, yo, some movies are kind of being turned into theme parks, and people were like, and now it's just like, oh.
He was right.
He's completely right now.
I mean, it's been happening for a long time.
This is like the Ouya. I don't think it's viable in the long run.
This is gonna die. Yeah.
Okay, so you can digitally raise your hand on Zoom. I didn't know. What's up, Augie? All right, what's up, Amir?
The sound was off.
Oh, sorry, Augie.
Oh no, you could go first. It's fine.
All right, Amir.
Okay, yeah, I have a bit of a horror story with 4DX.
Sure.
This was on a field trip. We went to a 4DX theater in a museum to watch this sea creature documentary thing, and the part where they introduced the back tickler thing was during a jellyfish sting, and it was like it was like a heavy thump, like right in the middle of my spine, and like I almost screamed in the middle of the theater. Like I must have been like 12, 13 or something, but it's like it took everything in me to just not be like, what the fuck? Like it caught me so off guard, and it just left me in a really bad headspace for the rest of the movie.
This is absolutely insane.
I hate being poked. I fucking hate being poked.
What were you gonna say, Augie?
I was just gonna say that I have to actually leave now because work related. But I just wanted to ask, like, I saw The Devil for the first time.
Yeah.
And it really like I don't know, like I was like for the past like few days after seeing it, it really just like I don't want to say it again, but like it did like blow my mind. I was like curious to like what your thoughts about it were.
It's a well-made, fun Korean movie, and it has many Korean movie isms. I do have some criticisms with it, and it's definitely not perfect. I would say like I don't know, it's a great like first experience for me. It's a little disappointing to say like I don't love it as much on my like third watch or fourth watch. Like first two watches are like good. I think it's gone down a bit over time. And the catalog of Korean movies is a lot more extensive and better now. I want to watch The Wailing again.
I love that movie.
I guess it was different from my first time watching it because, like, I don't know, just like the way, like how violent it was, but also like managing to blend so many different genres.
Yeah,
like
that's what Korean movies are really good at.
Yeah, like I love the scene where he, like at the beginning where he steps out of the car and like where he's like runs over the guy on the bike. Like that was just such a great scene. But yeah.
All right, thanks for hanging out.
Adam Wingard.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, remake from Adam Wingard coming soon.
Yeah, the Adam Wingard version. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Oh boy.
Dumb Wingard.
Yeah.
Dumb.
The guy who just always does the best job with other properties. Like Death Note.
Have you seen Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance?
It's the one I haven't seen from the Vengeance trilogy. Maybe I should watch it.
I love Park Chan-wook and I love Old Boy. That one was a bit too much for me. Because usually,
what do you mean by too much?
Because usually I can take films with like a lot of suffering. Like my favorite movie is Funny Games, so I revel in that. But like, there's just not a whole lot else, and I could just be, that could just be subjective. But yeah, it's too much. When there's a tendon being sliced, I'm like, too much.
That's fun. I like things that make me feel things.
Hey, how is monetization on the new channel going?
We have enough watch hours. I sent an application, and now I have to wait for YouTube to approve it.
Nice.
And hopefully doesn't take forever. We'll email you a decision, usually within a month, they say. So we don't. I don't know. We'll see.
This is they have to go through.
Well, it'll give me time to fight the copyright claim on the clip compilation.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, what's that?
First appeal got rejected. Because of course it did.
What was the claim for it again?
That Herman Cain "I Am an America" song.
Oh.
Which there's like 10 seconds of.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we know this video is 24 minutes long, but there's like 10 seconds of our song, so you're ripping us off.
Yeah. Lame. I'm just looking at all these like 40X movies. Wow, The Lion King 2019 was in 40X. I gotta check this out.
To be fair, I'll be looking at because we've got Cineworld's one of our main cinema chains. The other two are View and Odeon. Odeon doesn't do any of that sort of stuff as Cineworld does, apart from just IMAX, which is the same as Cineworld. And it does, but all the other things it does is basically give you watching movies with fresh food, with cooked food and so on, it gets served to you on fucking plates and stuff. That's what they do as a special edition. And then Vue, VUE, all it does on that is basically we show big screen sports, big screen theatre, comedy, TV, gaming, and all that sort of stuff. That's their special thing. So it's only Cineworld that does this weird stuff like ScreenX, 4DX, and the Super Screen, which is really, like, Super Screen's fine, normal, same as IMAX, but ScreenX and 4DX is just so out there. I've never even heard of them until today, and now I've realised there's like loads of cinemas in the UK. And I'm agreeing with you. I need to go and see at least one movie.
Yeah, nothing you care about.
4DX or something. Like, nothing I care about. I just gotta go just see it. If it's a movie I've seen before, because they're showing the movie that they showed as a recommendation to go see this in 4DX in is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Well, I've seen that before. Okay. So I might go see that again.
Do it.
So do it. Or Free Guy.
Feel
Free
the
Guy's in
bubbles.
4DX as well. Feel the bubble.
Free Guy looks like a movie that would just pain me every single second.
If you like Deadpool, you'll like Free Guy. That's all it is, really. So if you don't like Deadpool, you won't like Free Guy.
Apparently, it's all references.
It's just.
I didn't have a problem with Deadpool, but I saw a clip from Free Guy of like the climax or something, and it was the most cancerous thing I've ever seen.
It literally just looks like Ready Player One without a purpose.
I found it a lot more enjoyable than Ready Player One, but I think that's just because I kind of enjoy Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool in all of his movies, because I just find him funny. I enjoy that kind of humor, and I will happily admit that.
Don't.
But yeah, I will admit that I do, but I understand why a lot of people will not enjoy this movie, because it is literally just Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool throughout the whole movie.
I can't wait for Chris Pratt as Mario. He's so cool.
He's so cool.
He's so quirky.
I was so confused when he was like, he's not going to be Italian anymore. He's going to be normal. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Normal?
They're trying to erase. That's not a real quote, by the way.
He was never Italian anyway. He was Japanese.
That's a parody article.
That's
a satire
from
website.
Hibernation.
Well, he definitely said it in private.
They're trying
My
to
name
erase
is Mario,
Italian.
and I hated the gays.
Yeah.
That's anti-Italian discrimination.
Yeah.
Aiuto.
What's that?
I said aiuto. That means help. That's the only Italian word I know.
I know.
Gabagool.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Mr. Worldwide.
I know that Vada Bordo Cazzo means get back on board, for fuck's sake.
Movie
from that internet historian video.
Oh, interesting. There's a sensory-friendly screening option in Cineplex. In partnership with Autism Speaks Canada.
Never mind.
What if it was an Alfonso Cuarón movie?
Oh, great. It's just music by Sia.
Ooh, I Am Autism in 4D.
Every 4 to 6 weeks on Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Ticket price is the child admission. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and like, do you have low lighting as well? Like
yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wait, actually, it says lights up, volume down, all ages, family friendly.
The 4DX viewing of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, it is only being shown at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Good.
Ugh.
Literally.
Oh,
I live like 2 hours away from Cardiff. I do not want to be going down there at 10 o'clock in the morning to go see Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in 4DX.
When they do the scene where like the big Cerberus dog is drooling on Harry or whoever.
No, don't do that.
I
don't remember that.
Drop down from the ceiling.
I don't remember anything from any of the Harry Potter movies.
They are very forgettable movies, even though you have to watch them over and over again, like I've had to.
Yeah, I've seen them all like 3 times. I don't remember anything.
Sadly, I'm American,
Not one of those
so
things that
I don't
grew
know
up
how to
with.
pronounce.
They're very average.
Lucifer.
They're not good. They're not bad. They're just average.
Yeah.
Overall. I think the only good one was Prisoner of Azkaban, which I found very interesting, very good.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, because Alfonso
Cuarón.
Cuarón directed it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it was.
This guy.
What's up, Caleb?
I wanted to say this while I was driving, but
Sure.
you guys were talking about your favorite horror movies. I would say like probably the one that you rewatched, Final Destination series is something I probably watch every year.
They're funny.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do like an Adam and Pals for that, honestly. But,
No.
I don't know.
And I thought I kind of wanted to see if you think is some weird movie tastes. I got my brother to see Funny Games.
Oh yeah.
Like horror movie we're doing this. He basically loved it as much as he loved Free Guy. So I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing.
To each their own.
How much did he like Free Guy?
A lot. Like
Favorite movie.
It's pretty much drooling over Free Guy.
Yeah.
He wants me to watch it, but I'm not gonna go.
I
don't want to.
Yeah, I can't imagine a scenario where I would watch Free Guy.
I walked out of Free Guy.
Good.
Maybe if someone like tied you up.
Yeah, maybe.
And did like someone did like the Clockwork Orange thing and had like your eyes.
Oh god.
Ludovico technique.
My favorite horror movie is Da Ting.
The what?
Yeah.
That's
Da
definitely a
Ting.
close second for me.
It goes scratch.
Das Ting.
The Thing.
The remake.
The Thing's really good.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Though I haven't seen the well, is it a prequel or a remake? The 2011
It's a remake.
It's
both.
Prequel.
It's technically a prequel.
Technically.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
clips of it, and the CGI looks terrible, which is why I'm avoiding it
That-
because I can't stand
that
movies with
movie
terrible CGI.
Has like this, yeah, like that movie has like the saddest like studio interference story I've ever heard.
Yeah, it does.
Where like
Mm-hmm.
where like they basically wanted to do all practical effects, like
They
John
did.
Carpenter film.
And then they CG'd
Yeah,
over
they
top
did.
of them.
Because the studio was like,
Ouch.
this looks bad. This looks bad. Like, and like no one's gonna watch this. And then they forced them to like CGI over all the practical effects. And like it looks so bad because it looks great. Like
That's
it's
fucking
online. And
horrible.
like it's online and the effects of the practical effects are so much more better than the CGI.
That's the
That's
whole
so
point. You watch the
heartbreaking.
thing. That's the whole reason you watch the thing for the first place is the practical effects. The practical effects are some of
It's
the
a big
best
reason.
horror movies ever. It's a really big reason.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I was told to watch that movie over and over again by my old housemate. It's one of his favorite movies, and he said all the time, "You need to watch the thing." And we finally watched it, and I've like one of the best movies I've watched. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I find it. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I recently watched the original Candyman, and the practical effects in that movie are fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a big part of what makes that movie special. And like another part of what makes that movie special is that like the story went in some very different directions than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting the entire movie to just be some idiots going, "Oh, let's say Candyman's name 5 times in the mirror. Oh no, we're dying."
Yeah.
But it really
The Bye Bye
surprised me
Man.
in a good way.
I was disappointed that
The Empty Man.
Man.
I was
Is that what the Empty
disappointed
Man is?
in the new.
If
I
I was
in the new, yeah.
If I was
I
that
feel like the Empty
if
Man
I-
is probably a longer conversation.
even
in my
for $1,000 a sting, I can't imagine letting bees on me ever.
Yeah.
I would have to
Yeah.
see someone
Didn't
else
he get
do
like
it first.
26 or 27 stings?
Yeah.
So he got like good 25, 26,000 grand out
Yeah,
of
he
that.
got a
Fair
good
play.
amount from that.
Especially in the mouth. Like, fuck that.
I mean,
True.
I think it really disappointed
I
me
got
when
a
I
quick
watched the new Candyman movie because I did enjoy the new Candyman movie, but I was disappointed that they did CGI bees, sorry, and the CGI ending was really weird as well, and I was a bit like, really, did you have to do that? Like, was that necessary?
It
looks
is
really fake and really
weird.
off.
I
Yeah.
have a question. I was wondering, like, do you think the Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage would have been more effective with the real bees?
Not the bees.
There's a lot of things wrong with that movie.
Nick Cage being one of them.
Would that be worth the commentary?
It's really boring until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, never
I
mind.
guess I've never seen it. I've just only
Every
seen that
clip,
part.
every funny clip that exists of that movie is from like the final scene, basically. The
Doesn't he
entire
steal
movie
a
is just
bike at
so
one
boring.
point?
How
Sorry?
to get burned.
Doesn't he steal a bike at one point? That's supposed to be really funny.
Everything in the movie, if you've seen a clip from that movie that's funny, it's from the last like 15 minutes.
What about the bear?
That's all. That's all in the end of the movie. All of it.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah. The
What
entire
about-
movie is really boring.
What about Vampire's Kiss?
Vampire's Kiss is
Are all those,
amazing.
like, is all those in like a clunk, or are they?
The
spread-
entire movie's great.
Okay.
Adam, I have a really, really good recommendation,
Go for
perhaps
it.
for a commentary. It's a Johnny Mnemonic, if you've ever seen it.
That's on my watch list. I haven't seen it.
It's like if you had a bunch of monkeys make the Blade Runner / the Matrix, but they're really competent monkeys. It is incredibly entertaining and really stupid. And there's a part where Dolph Lundgren, you know what? I won't spoil it.
Sure.
Dolph Lundgren, his yeah, I really, really, really enjoy that movie, and the dated CGI is
Mnemonic
fantastic.
is such a weird word to spell.
That's another movie that got destroyed by studio interference. They
Ah,
were like, we need to
Keanu
make it
Reeves.
way more fun and way more action packed.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Did anyone
It takes place in
notice-
2021. You have to do a commentary for it this year.
Yeah, maybe.
Has anyone seen that Oat Studios short films have been added to Netflix recently?
What studios?
Oat Studios is a
Oat?
studio production company. Oat, OATS. It's a production company created by Neil Blomkamp.
Oh.
And it's created, I think there's like 10 or 11 short films. Some of them are decent, some of them are really fucking bad, like really bad. And they all range from either 30 minutes or literally 2 or like less than 2 minutes. Couple of them are, as I say, a couple of them are decent. One of them called Racker and Firebase are decent, but the ones which are called, if I go back onto Letterboxd, because I've rated them all on Letterboxd.
Is it a Love, Death, and Robots type thing?
No, it's nothing like. Well, they're all different. They're all different, but they're all like that. Neil Blomkamp had a bit of. Didn't he help out some of those people who did the Love, Death, and Robots short films?
I thought that was David Fincher.
David Fincher, sorry. But yeah, Neil Blomkamp. Yeah, this is kind of the same sort. It's just basically like 10 or 11 short films, and they're all slightly different. They've decided there's 3 short films, all named Cooking with Bill, and they're all in the same clip. There's 10-minute clip, but all of them are like 2 or 3 minutes long. They're really, really bad short films. But yeah, there's Racker, Firebase, God, Zygote, Bad President. But yeah,
I don't know if I'll
something to
ever
look out
watch them.
for.
Yeah,
It's on Netflix, I think. Well, it's in Netflix in the UK at least.
All right, so I just found out that like the new Scream movie is called Scream.
Yeah, I know. That's what they do when they.
It's like, oh
We're
my
at that
god,
point.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna associate Scream with like Scream 5. They're all gonna stick to the original movie, which by the way is getting a 4K release with the director's cut that was originally rated NC-17.
Cool.
So we'll
I've been
get to
meaning
see the
watch
full.
Scream.
So we'll get to see the full uncut version in 4K. I'm super hyped.
Wait, do you mean a Cinema 4D experience?
No.
That's the only thing that matters.
No,
4DX experience?
4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray. Again, with the cut that the MPAA gave in NC-17, now it's just unrated. I've never seen Scream, so like, I want to see the unrated version first.
Man, I used to think that 3D screenings were an annoying gimmick.
Yeah, like I guess they technically still do them at some theaters, but like you don't see them as much anymore, I guess. Or maybe I just don't watch a lot of movies that would be in 3D or something.
You made it worse.
They're definitely a thing in the UK, but there's no advertising for it at all. They're just like, yeah, there's 3D or 2D viewings up to whoever wants to come and see them.
God, what's next? You go see like Polar Express or something, and it's like, let's make the theater like freeze your nipples off cold.
Oh my god!
Yeah. We're gonna set
Twitch
you in an
chat.
Arctic viewing.
I think Twitch chat is like showing up on the YouTube video.
Oh, sorry.
That's like
I'll change
this is
that.
being
Hold on.
streamed off of.
Yeah.
Antifa Catboy made a couple comments.
Hi, Catboy.
Sorry.
Hang on,
Really
man.
funny.
There we
You
go.
can't tempt me with a.
Why is
Polar
Twitch chat
Express.
here?
No,
Like,
don't worry
that
about it. It's
doesn't
because
make
the OBS layer was still active. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay, I don't know how
Oh, it's
Catboy
gone.
just did that.
Oh well.
They typed in the Twitch chat, which made it show up on the video.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just looking for a copy of Johnny Mnemonic, so.
Hell yeah.
What the?
Adam, how did you watch Lux Eterna?
The only way that it's possible to.
Just Watch is a really good.
No, I mean, like,
site
where
for
did you
that.
find it?
Oh,
I don't think he wants to explain.
you can figure it out.
Oh, I see. A pasta recipe. Gotcha.
Yeah.
he had to kill a man for it.
He had to play the entire game of Squid Game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I finished that on Saturday.
I'm on episode 8, I think, so I'm almost done.
I haven't finished it. No spoilers.
Sure. All right.
I was trying to like watch it with my dad over Discord, but we ran into like so many connection issues.
Yeah. I guess I won't really say anything about it.
I really
I'll
like
make
the
a review on
production
it, though.
value of it.
Yeah, I'd
For the
say
most
that's
part,
definitely
yeah.
its strongest aspect.
I like it's a fine show. It's not like amazing, but I like that. I like that it. I don't know. People are talking about a Korean show.
Oh yeah, that's
it
cool.
definitely sets a
Yeah.
good precedent for that kind of thing.
Yeah, because before streaming, it wasn't really a thing. You know, like the talk of the town was always, especially like series. You know, it wasn't ever going to be a Korean show that everybody's talking about.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Korean shows, I don't know whether this is really Korean or not, but what'd you think of Squid Game? Everyone's talking about
We literally were just talking
That's
about
what we were talking about.
Yeah,
Wasn't listen, I guess.
And I said I would not say much about it because a bunch of people haven't finished it. So
First time I ever heard the name Squid Game, it's like, oh, is this a new name people are calling Splatoon? That's literally what came to mind.
that's kind of funny.
I thought it was an anime or something.
Are you going to be talking about it on the podcast?
At some point, probably. Yeah. I need to wait for Ralph to watch it. Alex and I have seen it.
The problem I've got with a lot of people watching Squid Game that I know of that don't usually watch stuff, and when they do watch stuff, it's usually what's very popular at that time. They refuse to watch it in the original Korean. They will watch it in
no, the
only
dub?
Yeah.
That's funny.
The dub. And it annoys
Yeah,
me.
well, they deserve it.
It frustrates me so much.
When I started watching it, I'm like, why are the subtitles radically incorrect? And it's like, oh, right, this has to be dubbed.
Did it
So
play
I
the
switched
dub
to the
automatically for
audio.
you, or what?
It played the dub automatically.
Is that like an American thing? Because it didn't do that to me.
It's a British. I'm guessing it selects like the most popular thing for most
Really?
people at that time.
That's absolutely insane.
Because it selects.
I wonder if it would be like
English
personalized to your account, like, or just a region. Because that didn't happen to me.
I think it's personalized.
I can't remember, but I think it also did that with like B-Stars.
Every
Weird.
single foreign.
But yeah, it's irritated the hell out of me the amount of people who refuse to listen to it in Korean. Like it's right there. Just listen to Korean and read the subtitles, and you're
Yeah,
happy.
Netflix makes
That's
it
all
easy.
you gotta do.
What's up, Boards of
Yeah.
Cinema?
So I was just looking up the 4K steelbook release of Scream, and as it turns out, I guess it doesn't have the uncut version, which is a bummer. I don't know where I read that it does, but oh well.
Oopsie. That's fine.
It's not a big thing, but yeah. I really would have liked to see the unrated version first, just to see like what the MPAA thought was like too spicy for an R, especially since standards have changed so much since then.
I always find it so weird how horror movies got like censored back then. It's like, we can't have it be this violent. It's like, bitch, if people are buying tickets to go see Friday the 13th, do you really think too violence is a thing to them?
Oh yeah, and speaking of which, I was actually looking up stuff about the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Tobe Hooper was aiming for a PG rating, believe it or not. This was before PG-13, I know. What's even funnier is that the MPAA gave it an X, so Tobe Hooper had to like cut out some stuff.
That's funny.
Just for like violence, even though you don't see anything, they were like, OMG, this is too horrifying for kids. For like everyone, just cause.
Sorry,
the children.
I found somebody uploaded an episode of Squid Game, the dubbed version on YouTube. It's episode 6, and I'm skipping through it just to see how shitty it is. And as soon as the old man character is a really funny voice in the dub. Holy shit!
Damn, he's like the best character though.
I know he's the best character, and people are listening to him in that voice.
It's just so obviously a young person pretending to be an older person. That's so funny.
Oh no!
Yes, good.
What is this, Kung Pao?
Ah.
Kung Pao.
This is Kung
I
Pao.
love that shit.
And dub voice actors are like so bad for some reason, and it's like really weird, especially when they try to say the characters' names and they clearly have no way of how to pronounce it properly. So it's just so weird to hear them say it.
Zelda Breath of the Wild had really bad instances of like young people playing old people.
I'm just learning about like something here. This is absolutely fucking insane. The person that uploaded this Squid Game episode has like a channel where they're just basically uploading movies or like, I don't know, popular things. But they've cut things in a way where they're avoiding content ID. So just like a normal conversation between two characters, there's like parts of it missing. They're like cutting out like the silence basically, and the cuts look really awkward too. And it's like this episode, it's saying
funny.
Squid Game episode 6, English dub. It's a little over 20 minutes, but the regular show is like an hour, right? So it's like, what the fuck is this channel?
It's like they just cut out small chunks of like the episode or whatever they're uploading.
This is like that's 2/3 of the episode that's cut out. If they're trying to like, that's absolutely insane.
Sometimes they do for Family Guy.
Sometimes they rearrange certain parts, like edit it in a weird way. That's what I've noticed.
Like, does this channel have monetization? Like, what's going on?
Did you get an ad when you opened it?
I have YouTube Premium. I never get it.
Imagine if they did get monetized.
Like, I have no idea. It's not copyright claimed.
Wow. Especially something from Netflix.
Wow.
Just send an email to Netflix. Hey.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
That's what
write
I
this in my
found.
Squid Game notes.
Dark.
Show the dub. Old guy sounds like young guy pretending to be old guy.
Yeah. You are talking about like Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
A dub
right?
sucked. How shocking.
The one that was, they said it was gonna be like PG or something.
Yeah, I just pulled up an article about it, and it says right here, and you know, the lack of gory kills and extreme violence wasn't a budgetary limitation or anything like that. Instead, Hooper directed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a way that he hoped would ensure the film a PG rating from the MPAA, presumably to make it more easily available to a younger audience, even though it's about some really twisted stuff, apparently.
Yeah.
Blood and guts were kept to a minimum, and even the level of language used was limited, all with a PG rating in mind.
That's really funny.
Hooper's plan
Like,
backfired
why?
on him, though, as leaving Leatherface's murders more up to the power of sound effects, camera cuts, and dramatic suggestion led the film to be even more horrifying than it probably would have been with blood spraying everywhere. When first submitted to the MPAA, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre not only didn't receive an PG, it bypassed an R and was rated X, much to Hooper's shock and consternation. It took numerous and repeated rounds of cuts to finally get an R, followed by Hooper throwing up his hands and releasing the film at that level. In a funny additional turn of events, Hooper went the other way with the 1986 sequel, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, amping up the gore to a sometimes cartoonish degree, only to again face multiple rounds of battle with the MPAA overlords. Like, sorry if I'm just rambling, but I just found that hilarious. Like, why would you aim for a PG rating with a movie called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, I think that the marketing would be that you want it to be like mature.
Yeah.
I love thinking about like.
Imagine what the poster would have been like. You know, the tagline is America's most bizarre and brutal crimes, and right below it's like rated PG. Take your family.
I love thinking about just pedestrian joy. I love thinking about like pedestrian reactions to like horror films in like the 70s and 60s. I love seeing that one video of the audience reacting to Eraserhead. It is such an amazing time capsule. Let me send that real quick.
Give me the TLDR if I don't want to click it.
I love the videos of like people coming out of the Exorcist theater, like having to be carried out because they passed out or they had like manic episodes.
People are
were the reactions to like to Eraserhead like what were they? So I don't have to click on the video because it'll goof me up if I try to do it on this computer.
It's funny. It's just there's one guy that says the way he delivers it, he just says like some bizarre insane person made this film and I did not like it.
That's funny.
There's a good one of those for Irreversible, that can screening of Irreversible.
Like Exorcist was actually kind of boring in my opinion.
No, I haven't seen it.
I'll have to watch it
it
now. Like, I don't know. I saw it when I was younger and it didn't do anything for me.
It's from a director I really like, William Friedkin. Like, I really think The French Connection would be really great to discuss on Sardonicast, especially since I'm like so mixed about the ending. Yeah. Even though I love the final scene, there's this really horrendous like montage after it that's like, oh, so-and-so wound up doing this. And it just decimates all the ambiguity in that final scene. And like the final scene is presented in a really ambiguous way, but like the montage after it was like, no, you don't understand. This is what really happened. It was so annoying. I hate stuff like that. I hate when they have to like over-explain stuff.
Yeah.
I choose to be selective where a film ends. Like I was watching Stalker, and for whatever reason, the Roku or Amazon Fire Stick thing that I was using cut out right when the glass fell. And I sat there for 20 minutes like, holy shit. But then I turned it back on. I was like, oh, there's like 2 more minutes.
That's funny. Yeah. I don't know.
First, I tried like the Criterion channel when it was new, and for some reason it kept freezing at the 1.5 point for Stalker and the 15-minute point for Antichrist.
I still, I haven't found a good reason to get Criterion channel yet. Is if you've got I heard like rat films on the Criterion channel now. Hopefully that means it'll get like a Blu-ray, because that'd be dope. I really like that movie.
It has a funny title.
Yeah.
Adam, do you just want access to my Criterion?
No. I thank you though. It'd be too much of a hassle.
On the subject of the favorite horror movie thing, I have to say Eraserhead is my favorite horror film. Nice. Like, I know it's not like the most explicitly scary thing in the world, but I resonate with the way it was presented really well. Like, it has such a special place in my heart, and it's like the time in which David Lynch also made the film is really inspiring to me.
Yeah,
the fact that he was able to like make it with such a small budget and like able to work around those limitations and make something so like unique and enjoyable. Like, I'm still like like every time I watch it, I feel like I'm seeing it for the first time in a way. Like it's so unique. It's just, I think it's deadpanness works to its advantage also. Like I suppose like you could argue that it's kind of one note in a way, but I think that sort of works with the tone it's trying to set. Like it's so fucking depressing, like in its atmosphere, that is just, oh my god.
I feel that way about Inland Empire.
I love the dinner scene. Just it's like the most uncomfortable dinner scene. It's like one of the most uncomfortable dinner scenes I've seen in a movie. And just the way the dad just holds that expression just makes it so awkward.
Amir, I would definitely recommend Inland Empire. That is maybe the most evil film I've ever seen.
Evil.
That was a weird one.
Like it's only available on DVD, right?
Sorry?
You can watch it on YouTube.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, I know what I'm doing for
yeah,
my Lynch film of the year.
Inland Empire I watched when I was younger. It was like a weird experience. Also, they kind of didn't they just like reuse footage from his rabbits thing? That was weird.
He did. I think it fits though. It's all very much. It's one of his craziest ones. I think it's on par with Eraserhead. Honestly,
it is a weird one.
And the fact that it was like every single day, it was just something new that, you know, they were kind of improvising as they went along is really
I guess I don't know a lot about the production.
It's really cool. There's a lot to it, and having it kind of pared down and seeing him like work behind the scenes, just like making a disco ball. There's a video where he's like that's a good fucking disco ball, better than anyone you could ever buy.
I found out that my favorite film from last year's Sundance is available on digital now. All Light Everywhere. Oh, I guess technically it was this year's Sundance.
I've heard great things about it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because it's in January.
I'll have to check it out.
Seems like a really cool movie.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets some physical releases at some point. I think Criterion would be a good place for both of his documentaries. But I guess.
Can I plug my Sundance favorite?
Sorry?
Can I plug my Sundance favorite?
Sure.
It was this Hawaiian film called I Was a Simple Man. And like it's one of those things that deals with sort of like aging and reflection of life. And I was crying for maybe 60% of this movie's runtime, which I have to say is probably a record for any film that I've watched. Like it's a very, very quiet. Yeah, it's definitely a very, very quiet film. And sometimes like you might feel that there's not a whole lot going on, but it almost feels like what Nomadland tried to do with its quietness, but a lot more effective in its communication. It was just really haunting, and the performances were also like everything about this movie was very low key, but I find it all worked very, very well. And I don't know how this movie's distribution is going to be handled because I haven't heard anything about it since I saw it at Sundance, which is a shame.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know if you were done talking about that. I was gonna talk about something else, but if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's okay.
Did anybody hear about the stupid release for Memoria by Pitchapong Receptacle?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I had tickets to see it, but I had important things to do the next day, and it was like late, and I needed to wake up early, and I was like, I had a full day the next day, and I was like, if I don't get sleep tonight, I'm just gonna like my entire day the next day is gonna be absolutely miserable.
It's from the Uncle Booney guy. Uncle Boone.
Yeah, I know. It's like I'm expecting it to be like incredibly boring. It has Tilda in it though, Tilda Swinton, and so that's a reason to watch it, I guess.
Tilda.
But the after the festival release, basically, the plan, or at least that's what he said in like an article, was like they're going to have it be released in theaters forever and never have a home video release, and it'll be in one city at a time forever.
He's a real Matthew Barney.
Yeah, I heard about this Karsten Grunquist's new video.
Oh yeah, he talked about that?
Yeah, he just mentioned that he missed it, and then he realized that he's just never going to see it now because of that.
Yeah.
If I knew that, I would have booked a ticket to see it at the festival.
Same.
It's IndieWire.
Yeah, it's like nobody's talking about it.
Well, I don't know. Like they should fucking set up an official website where you can see when it's going to be in what city, right? Because I just looked for that, and I couldn't find it. So, like, what do you expect? People are gonna just like, oh, I'll watch
this is a movie?
Like, no one's gonna. I don't know. It's really stupid. What if that's in ScreenX? Or 4DX? His last movie, there was just like a fucking 10-minute scene of just a woman taking a poop in the grass.
That's fucking hot.
That kind of reminds me of Halsey's new video or music movie or whatever on HBO Max.
Who?
There's this part where she takes a piss.
What movie?
And it's really weird. It's that it's a really long title. It's on HBO Max. I saw that you're gonna.
What is it though?
Watch list. It's like one of those music video movies or whatever. It's for her album.
Whose album?
It's a bunch of
Thank you.
Yeah.
There, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
I thought I said her name.
Yeah, I know. I didn't hear the whatever first time.
I definitely thought it was very boring and it made no sense. But I guess
I'm not expecting it to be great.
A perk that people would think that it would be nice to see, I guess, is she's completely naked for no reason.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it's like pointless, and I don't understand why. I think it's because of her breakup or something.
Man.
That's probably what the album's about.
It's weird that Neon would just let a Pitchapong Vociferal do this, though.
Yeah, what the fuck, Neon?
Yeah, why are they just letting him do this?
Okay, now I'm gonna check Cineplex to see if they'll have it somewhere.
Would it be weirder if it was a different director, like a Christopher Nolan or something? Makes a movie and then doesn't want to distribute it?
It's just like, are they gonna like? They're saying it'll happen forever, but chances are it'll happen for like, I don't know, 5 weeks, and then they'll realize nobody's watching it, and then it's like, are we really just gonna keep this movie in theaters forever that nobody's watching? Like, I don't expect this to happen forever. They're saying it's gonna happen forever, but it's like, what? You're expecting just word of mouth here?
Yeah, I wish we had that luxury.
Do you know anybody who's actually seen it?
I don't know anybody personally, no.
Yeah, I think TIFF-Bell light boxes would probably get it like for a screening or two here, like for year-round programming.
Van City Theater or something. I don't know.
I'm seeing Anne at 13,000 feet tomorrow in TIFF light box, and the director's gonna be there.
It wasn't.
Yeah, wasn't Matt Johnson in that one? Sorry.
I won't say anything about it. You can just see it.
Okay.
But yeah, he's in it. He plays a character.
Did they try to skydive into the Rivoli?
That'd be cool.
I was thinking about other like Southeast Asian directors. I don't know if Taiwan technically counts, but Edward Yang, I recently saw Yi Yi.
Haven't seen it yet.
And
it's on my watch list.
I would absolutely recommend that. It's a masterpiece.
What about his other film?
Brighter Summer Day.
Yeah. What's up?
Are you talking about Brighter Summer Day?
Yes, Brighter Summer Day.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. No.
I'd gotten that in Dreams. I got that in Dreams on Criterion through like the BFI London shop because I was like, oh, it's a discount, and I get it. And I'm like, wait a minute, these are Region B. Bullshit ass system.
Yeah, just get a region free Blu-ray player.
Yeah, just do that. Yeah, yee ass haircut. You're right.
I don't have the money for that. I gotta spend money on a broadcast camera from the 90s.
I had to get rid of all my Blu-rays and Criterions because my moving kind of fucked me up, and now I'm not going to buy anything until I have a new Blu-ray player to actually buy wherever and whenever.
So this Hangout was started early because there's a commentary track being recorded in less than 30 minutes. And that's just when Gael and Scoot were able to do it. So since the final questions and comments usually take like half an hour, we can start those now. And then I can set up my stuff, and then we will see that published at some point. All right, so we'll go in order that I see you on my screen. So Sebastian.
Yeah. In the during our discussion, like how horrible like movie theater gimmicks, I was just got me wondering, like, what's your worst movie theater experience like?
Experience ever?
It's like yeah, like where it's a crowd, or like just the equipment wasn't working properly or stuff like that.
I don't know. My worst experiences have been caused by people rather than in the equipment. What was that movie called? Let's see. If you look at my review for, let's see, Quien te cantará by Carlos Vermut, then you will hear me talk about maybe my worst theater experience. There was someone behind me that was like just like pushing my seat in with their feet for no reason. Yeah. And they were like basically just fighting with me during the movie, and I was like, it was like actually rage-inducing. Sorry, what?
Was it like a little kid who was like kicking?
It was a full-grown woman. She was like at least 30. She was maybe 40.
You also like dumped Red Bull down someone's shirt?
That was in Inglourious Bastards, because someone was on their phone the entire movie, and I got really upset.
That is just a very funny story.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Well, thank you.
That was it. That was just absolutely rage-inducing. And next time that happens, I just need to like leave the theater and get some staff or something to kick them out, because like that was just I was so upset.
You shouldn't have to take that shit.
You need to be careful with some people, because I went to go see, what was it in the cinemas, and literally they had a gang of like 10, 12-year-olds just laughing and screaming at every single point throughout the whole movie, and even at scary points they were just screaming. I went out and got somebody and said, dude, there's a bunch of 12-year-olds watching this 15 movie. Can you get them to get kicked out? He came in, went to the back, just shouted at loads of random people that weren't the 10 kids I pointed out, and which 5 people then walked out because they felt like they were being attacked by the fucking staff.
That's funny.
So yeah, I've got to a point where if anybody does that, I will just go and I'll just demand a refund. I'm not going to get to the staff to go and demand.
It was a festival movie. So
man.
Final questions and comments, Fablo?
My only question is, have you seen any of the Wallace and Gromit movies?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. It's
okay. That's fair.
I don't know why. I'm not super entertained by them.
Did you appreciate the animation at least?
Yeah, I always do.
Okay. That's cool.
All right, thank
it's
you.
like
apparently Wallace and Gromit really freaked me out when I was like an infant. Like I guess it's just the uncanny animation. Like I really like it now, and I don't even remember being freaked out by it. Just my parents told me about it later, but I just think it's really funny.
All right,
I saw
Travis.
the robot dog scene out of context as a kid. It was weird.
What scene?
Travis.
Would it be possible to go last?
To what?
To go last.
Oh, sure, yeah. Salamander.
Would you be willing to share what
movie? No, I'm not. It's a secret to everybody. I ripped the Blu-ray and I renamed the file Secret Movie, so Guile and Scoot don't know what it is until it starts. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm sure it's the Oogie Loves.
Caleb.
No guesses. No guesses.
It's a joke.
I know.
Caleb.
I know.
Caleb, it's your turn.
I guess I'll give you an easy one. I want you to tell me to watch the Before trilogy that I rented like 3 weeks ago, and the rental is almost up. It's like 2 days.
Watch it. It's great.
Watch
it.
You have to watch it.
I just watched Waking Life, so I thought that would give me more of an incentive.
Yeah, more like Wanking Life. It's good.
Actually, yeah, it's really good. I loved it.
Yeah, Before trilogy is awesome. My favorite is the second one, I think. I've only seen them all once.
Based.
Based
opinion.
The newest one
Sorry?
be next year if they actually made a fourth one? Would that be next year?
I guess so.
In the year?
It's not. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. That'd be interesting. I hope they continue it because we don't have any more of the. I don't know if someone's taking over for the Up series by Michael Apted now that he's gone, but. Hello. We started this one early, so we're in the final questions and comments thing. Sorry, I know you just showed up. Amir.
Yeah, mine's probably a little bit lengthier. Not as long as the TIFF one, but just a few things. So I'll let a few people go before me.
Okay. Chris could not connect. Okay, Boards of Cinema.
Alright, can I also be saved for last? I'm looking.
There's like 3 people lined up to be last now. I don't know what the point is if everybody's going last.
I can ask another question.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Chris, is your mic working? I don't know if Chris is working. Okay. Dat Boy.
I got no questions or anything.
Sure.
I just I visited the Academy Museum this week. It opened on September 30th, and they had a whole exhibit for Hayao Miyazaki, which I just thought was really cool. Yeah, it was all curated by him, so you weren't allowed to record or take any pictures. So it had like a lot of really cool behind the scenes stuff of a lot of the movies that he made. So I just thought it was a really cool thing to experience.
Austin.
Hi.
Hello.
I thank you for having the correct opinion about the Before trilogy.
You're welcome.
What I was gonna say was I've been working on this like huge project. I'm still like in the pre-visualization stage, and I've been working on like this whole gallery of images in the form of like a PlayStation gallery. I just wanted to share it with you if at all possible. It's like a long video file, but it's more meant to be like skimmed through. But I'd love to share it with you whenever possible.
Sure. Why don't you send me a DM on Patreon? I don't check it all the time, but like I will check it eventually, sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I was trying to. I wanted to know where the right place to do that was.
Yeah, my DMs are open on Patreon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris, is your mic? Yes, I can hear you now. It doesn't sound great, but we started this hangout a little early just because of scheduling thing. I need to record a commentary in a bit, so we're already at the final questions and comments. Unfortunately, I know.
Well, I have a question in mind.
Sure.
Okay, so my question is, how do you feel about the 2011 movies in general, and if you have a favorite from
2011?
this year? Well, I mean 2021.
Thank you. Okay, I was like, I have a list for that year.
I was kind of like. Sorry.
What is I guess technically my favorite movie of the year at this point is the Listening to Kenny G documentary. It's the only one I've given a 9 so far. So, and then Intrigalde was also really great. I'd have to watch that one a second time to know how I really feel about it. But yeah, like it's not a bad year. We'll see what Dune and some other stuff was like. The beta test was fine. It wasn't as good as Jim Cummings' other things. Yeah, there's some good stuff from this year. The Worst Person in the World was great. 7 Prisoners was great. The Humans was great. And Compartment Number 6 was great. I'm just scrolling through my ratings right now.
What about Red Rocket? You just
that was
tweeted
also
about
great.
that.
Yeah. That was also a great movie. Yeah. But yeah, Listening to Kenny G, great documentary. I would recommend that one.
Okay. Where can you see that?
It'll be on HBO Max at some point. I'm assuming before the end of the year because it's probably going to try for like a Best Documentary Oscar.
Can you buy that on Amazon Prime if possible? Or?
I'm assuming at some point. I don't know how they're releasing it. I think it's still doing the festival thing, and we'll probably have like a definitive release date or something next month is my guess. For like a wide release. Let's see what this is. Yeah, it's still doing film festival shit right now.
Okay.
It's going to be in the Montclair Film Festival in the U.S. on the 28th of October. I don't know where that is. And Hamptons International Film Festival 3 days ago. All right. Thank you. Boards of Cinema.
All right, so the reason I wanted to be placed last is because I was like desperately flipping through my Roger Ebert books looking for this like one specific movie, you know, that I think is really relevant to our earlier discussion about the 40 movie experiences. And I finally found what the movie was. It's called Mr. Payback, directed by Bob Gale, and it's like something that was like movie theaters had to be specifically Yeah, wow. It says the armrest of your seat contains a little console with red, orange, and green buttons. You do a test run clicking them. The lights go down, the Interfilm trademark appears on the screen, and an announcer encourages you to talk, scream, shout, and snort during the following film. Feel free to generally behave as if you were raised in a barn. I would have hated to be there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's available like digitally in any way. I mean, it's interactive, so I don't know how you'd replicate it.
How would you do that?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Yeah, he gave it like half a star, and I just thought that was really funny.
What film was this?
Mr. Payback.
Mr. Payback.
Okay, I'll write that down.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's apparently there's a DVD that exists. I don't know, but this. Oh no, this is from that stupid fake Pakistani website that lists movies that don't actually exist. Fuck. I've tried to order shit from there and it never shows up because it's not real. Never order from dvdplanetstore.pk. They are not real. Okay, thank you.
All right. And something else I briefly wanted to say is that like I'm especially excited for The Humans because the trailer seemed really, I'm thinking of Ending Things-esque.
I didn't watch the
mainly
trailer.
Because of like the atmosphere. Well, like just the clips it showed kind of reminded me of that movie in terms of like the atmosphere and like the claustrophobic cinematography and like the really kind of unsettling vibe, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, it's similar but different. They're both their own.
Yeah, is Amy Schumer in it?
Amy Schumer is in it.
Honey.
She doesn't ruin it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like the only Amy Schumer movie I'll ever see.
I guess so. All right, thank you. And then Amir?
Okay, I'll try. It's a bunch of random stuff, so I'll try and go as quickly as I can. So I definitely say one of my favorite things that I've watched this month is Fargo. I think
the show
like this
or the
is
movie?
definitely the movie. Okay. Definitely one of my favorites now. I haven't seen a whole lot of Coen Brothers stuff. Like I've seen No Country, this one, Buster Scruggs, and Burn After Reading. Where should I go next?
Serious Man is amazing. That's one of my favorites.
Okay. Right. And then I also saw that you saw.
For me.
Sorry. Which one?
Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski. One after Serious Man.
Big Lebowski.
Big I also saw that you.
There's the Hulu movie.
You also saw what, Amir?
I also noticed that you saw Benediction, and I saw that during.
I mean, I
TIFF,
tried for like a short moment and then gave up.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were interested or not, so I didn't really talk about it. Yeah, Terrence Davis isn't really for everyone. Distant Voices, Still Lives was great, but this one I wasn't like super huge on. Like it had good elements, but the cinematography was so boring. It was just shot, reverse shot.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a very cookie cutter biopic.
Yeah, he's really good at writing scripts, and I definitely say that was, in a way, the film's strongest aspect, but a lot of the times the cinematography made it look like walls of text were being read without a whole lot of direction added to that. And at the end, there's this weird there's this weird montage sequence that looks like the intro to the 60s Doctor Who show, and it's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah, I didn't stick to the end.
Yeah, if you have a chance to sort of see it again on like a subscription platform, skim through it because there are some really out of touch effects that are super funny.
Okay.
And then yeah, and then my other thing was, are you gonna play Metroid Dread?
Probably not. No.
I recommend it. Like, have you played any of the other Metroid games?
No, except like there was one on the Wii that I tried for like a little bit, and it was really confusing, and I got lost like every time I opened it up, and then I gave up.
Yeah, I was talking more about like the
2D
side-scrolling.
I never played a single one.
I know you're a fan of 2D stuff, and
I am.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Does it like really stand
very
out?
Puzzling. The Metroid series as a whole, yeah. I haven't gotten too far into Dread, but I'm enjoying it a lot so far. And from what it seems, you don't have to have played the other ones to be able to enjoy it. Like it recaps you on all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. So like, how long is it? Like a 13-hour game or something?
Yeah, it's not too long, but like.
How much is the game?
It's a full price.
Yeah, so like I don't know, Hollow Knight is like a billion times longer and a billion times cheaper. Even like on release, it wasn't like a full price game, right? I just like Nintendo's just ass. I don't like Nintendo.
Yeah, but Metroid's great though.
yeah, maybe I'll play it at some point. But then it's like, oh, what? Am I gonna wait for the price to go down? Because that's never gonna happen. Because it's Nintendo.
Yeah, no.
It'll just go up. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Consider it. Maybe.
Consider it.
All right. Was that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Travis.
Well, thank you for letting me go last.
No problem.
And I wanted to discuss Vancouver Film Festival for a little bit if possible.
Sure.
This was my first time coming down for the festival, and I saw like 13 films, and I really enjoyed my experience a lot. I saw favorite? Red Rocket. Well, I want to say, well, I'm tied with my favorite, with Compartment Number 6 being one that I really loved, and The Worst Person in the World.
Yeah.
But with Worst Person in the World, I had a really bad experience watching it because it was very late, and it was raining the entire day, and
that's Vancouver.
Yep.
That's Vancouver in September, October.
It's
November.
also Seattle.
Yeah.
But I was like fast asleep, like half asleep during it, so I want to see it again.
That's something I've had to learn over time, is just like if I'm like way too tired, then I might as well just, I don't know. I might not want to do it.
Yeah. I also saw Paris 13th District, which is one you were looking forward to.
Yeah, I wound up having to skip it. I've just been too busy.
Darn.
I'll see.
Darn. It was my first time watching a film from that director, and I can't say I completely understand his like sort of style, but I just like there's a lot of sex and nudity, and I don't know if that's
consistent with his other works. Honestly, this one seemed to be like part of. I mean, yeah, maybe if I was expecting a masterpiece, then I would have like went out of my way to see it. But from what I've seen in like reviews and just general reception, it doesn't seem to be like as consistent with the rest of his catalog. I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's any sort of masterpiece. I enjoyed it, but it's nothing I would call like too special. And you seem to really enjoy Red Rocket.
That's great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well, but I wasn't. I mean, I guess I don't know what I was expecting going into it.
Have you seen Sean Baker's other movies?
Yeah, I watched the Florida Project. Like, I've seen it a couple times, and the day before I arrived here, I watched Tangerine, which I liked. And surprising, I honestly kind of think Tangerine should be studied a little bit in film school, genuinely.
Yeah.
Because of it. Yeah, I really enjoyed like I didn't feel the length at all with Red Rocket. I genuinely thought it was like an hour and a half when I watched it. It's apparently like over 2 hours, and
yeah, just barely.
I mean, that's a compliment I can give it, but I like how challenging it was. I liked how challenging it was to for me at least. I mean, I'm just curious to see what general audiences are going to think of the film, especially because of with Florida Project kind of getting, I don't know, like a cult, like not like cult fan, but like kind of like an appreciation from like a general audience.
Yeah, it had some mainstream appeal.
Yeah, I really don't think like that audience would like Red Rocket.
Yeah, like, I mean, like there's people that love the Florida Project because like there's children in it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Florida Project is like a very un-Hollywood movie, even though it was like marketed as kind of a sappy drama. It was like very much not that. So yeah, I am kind of surprised that like so many audiences like latched onto it, but you know, I guess because it is like easier to attach onto, because you know, as you said, there are kids, you know, it's about like, you know, people who are like I don't even know how to say this. I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, but it's just about like people who are in like less stable life conditions, and I think some people can like, you know, sympathize with that and all that.
There we go.
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Anything else, Travis?
Oh, there's one more film I wanted to mention. Well, actually two more, but I'll get this one out of the way. The Scary of 61st was genuinely might be one of the worst things I've ever seen.
The title's the worst thing ever, so I'm not surprised.
It's like I feel like it was trying to be like sort of like a shitpost movie, but it's like it's desperately trying to do so, but it's failing throughout. And also the main actress is like trying to do like an Elle Fanning impersonation. It seems like, I don't know why, that's what I got out of it. And there was another movie that I believe was on your watch list that had like an 89 Metascore called Hit the Road that I saw.
Yeah, I was supposed to watch that and skipped it again.
I'll
check it out at some point.
I don't know. I wouldn't know if it's like, I mean, I feel like if I can't remember what the country it's from is, Iran. But I feel like Iran. I feel like it would favor that sort of audience way more than like someone with like a US background. So I mean, I don't know. I guess
I think every single film from like this guy's dad and himself have always been like, it's like the context behind it, it almost matters more than like the movie itself. So that's kind of what I'm expecting.
Yeah, I asked someone like what they thought of the movie after I got out of it, and they told me they thought it was a lot of crap, which I didn't feel that way. I mean, it was very competent in its presentation.
All right, I got to set up for my thing pretty soon.
I apologize if I was rambling.
Oh, no problem. Kiet, is your mic on? We can have like one final question from you since you showed up. Sorry, we're at the end of this.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Yeah, oh yeah, my bad. I just want to ask, how's your wrist and how's your mental health these days, dude?
The up and down. The wrists are mostly getting better. I don't know. I just like yesterday my left one was bothering me, but I think it was just because I was on my phone before bed. I don't know. So I'm just trying to trying to figure out exactly what is causing these specific things, because otherwise I don't really use my left wrist. I've started doing personal training stuff and hopefully get my
good shit, man.
Yeah, I did like an assessment on Friday, and then I'll be having like the first real session tomorrow, I guess. So hopefully that helps. Yeah. Not too much to comment on otherwise. All right.
Yeah.
So I gotta run and get this thing set up. I've got like 3 minutes. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you all for hanging out. Sorry I'm a little low energy. I didn't sleep very well, but
look forward to the commentary track.
Why, thank you.
Take it easy, Adam.
Thank you so much. You as well. Bye-bye.